PSC പോസിറ്റീവ് പോയിന്റിൻ്റെ പുതിയൊരു വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. കോഓപ്പറേറ്റീവ് ബാങ്ക് അസിസ്റ്റന്റ് സെക്രട്ടറി, ജൂനിയർ ക്ലർക്ക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ക്യാഷിയർ എക്സാമുകൾക്ക് വേണ്ടി ഇന്നത്തെ വീഡിയോയിൽ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയിരിക്കുന്നത് ബാങ്കിംഗ് സബ്ജക്റ്റിൽ നിന്നും ഉറപ്പായും പഠിച്ചിരിക്കേണ്ട 100 ചോദ്യങ്ങളുടെ ഫസ്റ്റ് പാർട്ടാണ്. 50 ചോദ്യങ്ങളുടെ സെക്കൻഡ് പാർട്ട് വീഡിയോ ഉടനെ അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നതാണ്. ഈ ഒരു സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ഒന്നും അറിയാത്ത ഒരാളാണ് നിങ്ങളെങ്കിൽ ഈ 150 ചോദ്യങ്ങൾ പഠിച്ചതിന് ശേഷം 100 പ്രീവിയസ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിൻ്റെ ഒരു വീഡിയോ ഓൾറെഡി അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിൻ്റെ ലിങ്ക് ഡിസ്ക്രിപ്ഷൻ ബോക്സിൽ കൊടുക്കാം, അതും കൂടി കാണുക. ഈ 150 ചോദ്യങ്ങളും 100 പ്രീവിയസ് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസും പഠിച്ച ഒരാൾക്ക് ബാങ്കിങ്ങിൽ നിന്നുള്ള ചോദ്യങ്ങൾക്ക് ആൻസർ ചെയ്യാൻ 90% കോൺഫിഡൻസ് കിട്ടുമെന്നുള്ള കാര്യത്തിൽ സംശയമില്ല. വീഡിയോയിലേക്ക് പോകുന്നതിന് മുൻപേ ചാനൽ ആദ്യമായി കാണുന്നവരാണെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുക. വീഡിയോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉപകാരപ്പെടുന്നുവെങ്കിൽ ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യുക, കമൻറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. ഒന്നാമത്തെ ചോദ്യം, യൂണിറ്റ് ബാങ്കിങ് ഈസ് ഓൾസോ കോൾഡ് ലോക്കലൈസ്ഡ് ബാങ്കിങ്. Delocalized banking is another name of branch banking. Transfer of funds is dash functions of commercial bank. Transfer of funds is dash functions of commercial bank. Agency function. Overdraft facility is allowed on current account. Customer deposits securities or other valuables with the banker for safe custody. The relationship between banker and customer is customer deposits securities or other valuables with the banker for safe custody. The relationship between banker and customer is trustee and beneficiary. First phase of bank nationalization in India was on 19th July 1969. The first central bank of note issue. Bank of England. The oldest central bank in the world, Riksbank of Sweden. Central Bank of USA is called Federal Reserve System. Royal Commission on Currency and Finance is popularly known as Hilton-Young Commission. RBI Act enacted on 6th March 1934. RBI came into force on 1st April 1935. RBI nationalized on 1st January 1949. First Indian Governor of RBI. C.D. Deshmukh. Co-operative News Digest is the publication of RBI. The custodian of Foreign Exchange Reserve of India. RBI. Section 42 of RBI Act defines cash reserve ratio. Lead bank scheme was started by RBI in 1969. At the time of inflation, central bank dash bank rate. raises bank rate. Buying and selling of commercial papers and government securities in the market by the central bank is called buying and selling of commercial papers and government securities in the market by the central bank is called open market operation. Quantitative credit control, also called quantitative credit control, also called general credit control. The bank which represents India in IMF. The bank which represents India in IMF. IMF means International Monetary Fund. RBI. The Indian Prime Minister who had served as RBI Governor. The Indian Prime Minister who had served as RBI Governor. Manmohan Singh. Section 24 of Banking Regulation Act deals with Section 24 of Banking Regulation Act deals with statutory liquidity ratio. Section 49 of RBI Act defines Section 49 of RBI Act defines bank rate. Bank rate also called discount rate. Dash is the rate at which RBI lends money to commercial banks. Dash rate is the rate at which RBI lends money to commercial banks. Repo rate. Reverse repo rate is calculated on daily basis. Banking Regulation Act applicable to cooperative society from Banking Regulation Act applicable to cooperative society from 1st March 1966. Negotiable Instrument Act came into force. Negotiable Instrument Act came into force 1st March 1882. Section 6 of Negotiable Instrument Act defines Section 6 of Negotiable Instrument Act defines checks. The person who signed the check is drawer. A check which torn into pieces is called mutilated check. The safest form of crossing is account payee crossing. The days of grace for a promissory note is 3 days. Section 15 of Negotiable Instrument Act deals with endorsement. The electronic image of a paper check is called truncated check. In the case of negotiable instrument, a person who gets a better title is called holder in due course. Commercial paper is a dash security. Short-term commercial security. Section 8 of Negotiable Instrument deals with Section 8 of Negotiable Instrument Act deals with holder. Statutory protection can be claimed for dash checks. Crossed checks. Speedy rural development was the main objective of RRB അല്ലെങ്കിൽ Regional Rural Bank. Margin requirement is a method for credit control. Opening of crossing means cancellation of crossing. Acceptance is not required in the case of promissory notes. Dash is the largest commercial bank in India. SBI. SBI's integrated digital platform is called YONO. You only need one. IDBI was established on 1st July 1964. Bill rediscounting scheme was firstly introduced by IDBI. First universal bank in India. ICICI. Largest private sector bank in India. ICICI. Headquarters of CSEB. Lucknow. Technology Development and Modernization Fund TDMF has been set up by Technology Development and Modernization Fund അല്ലെങ്കിൽ TDMF has been set up by CSEB. Headquarters of Mudra Bank. Mumbai. First bank to start internet facility. ICICI. MSME means micro, small and medium enterprises. NHB was set up on 9th July 1988. The long-term financial soundness of a bank is called solvency. Dash banks are those listed in second schedule of RBI Act. Scheduled banks. Dash deposit is a combination of term and demand deposit. Flexi. Natural guardian of a minor. Father. In India, banker to government is RBI. Bank holidays are prescribed according to Dash Act. Negotiable Instrument Act. FD receipt is fixed deposit receipt is not negotiable. In which case drawee and acceptor is same. Bill of exchange. Who is the leader of Indian money market? RBI. Punjab National Bank was set up in the year. Punjab National Bank was set up in the year 1894. Certifying a check good for payment is called. Certifying a check good for payment is called marking. An organization underwrites the securities of corporate entity. An organization underwrites the securities of corporate entity. Merchant banker. When the borrower pledges collateral security to secure a debt, it is known as. When the borrower pledges collateral security to secure a debt, it is known as hypothecation. An endorsement made by an authorized person on behalf of another is called. An endorsement made by an authorized person on behalf of another is called per pro endorsement. Licensing to banking companies is given under dash section of Banking Regulation Act. Licensing to banking companies is given under dash section of Banking Regulation Act. Section 22. First Women's Bank in India. First Women's Bank in India. Bharatiya Mahila Bank. First branch of Bharatiya Mahila Bank was opened in. First branch of Bharatiya Mahila Bank was opened in Mumbai. In camels, L means liquidity. IFCI, Industrial Finance Corporation of India, was established on. IFCI was established on 1st July 1948. India's first credit information company. India's first credit information company. CIBIL, Credit Information Bureau of India Limited. CRAR means capital to risk weighted asset ratio. NEFT means National Electronic Fund Transfer. Credit card was firstly adopted by Japan. In India, ATM was firstly introduced in 1987 by HSBC Bank, Mumbai. First country which introduced GST. France. Dash article of Indian Constitution which deals with the GST. Article of Indian Constitution which deals with the GST. Article 246A. First state to ratify GST bill. Assam. In IMPS, maximum amount of transfer is 2 lakh. Headquarters of SWIFT. SWIFT means Society for Worldwide Interbank Financial Telecommunication. Headquarters of SWIFT, Brussels. SURFACE Act is an effective tool for loan recovery. Fifth digit in IFSC code is 0. Minimum amount to be transferred through RTGS is minimum amount to be transferred through RTGS is 2 lakhs. Garnishee order is issued by civil court. Dash is the largest RRB in India. Dash is the largest RRB in India. Kerala Gramin Bank. Headquarters of Kerala Gramin Bank. Headquarters of Kerala Gramin Bank. Malappuram. Headquarters of ESAF. Headquarters of ESAF. Thrissur. The scheme Hridaya Deposits was started by ESAF. ESAF means Evangelical Social Action Forum. Section 2 of Surface Act defines hypothecation. A mortgage can be effected only on immovable property. Google Pay is an example of digital wallet അല്ലെങ്കിൽ e-wallet. CDM means cash deposit machine. Payment banks came into effect on 19th August 2015. Maximum amount to be deposited in a payment bank is 2 lakh. മിനിമം ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ഫണ്ട് പേയ്മെൻറ്റ് ബാങ്കിൻ്റെ മിനിമം ക്യാപിറ്റൽ ഫണ്ട് 100 കോടിയാണ്. ബാങ്കിംഗ് ഫസ്റ്റ് പാർട്ട് വീഡിയോയിലെ 100 ചോദ്യങ്ങളും കഴിഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നു. കോഓപ്പറേറ്റീവ് ബാങ്ക് അസിസ്റ്റൻറ്റ് സെക്രട്ടറി ജൂനിയർ ക്ലർക്ക് ഡിസംബറിലെ നോട്ടിഫിക്കേഷനിൽ അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തവർക്ക് എക്സാമിന് 5-6 ദിവസങ്ങളേ ഉള്ളൂ. ജൂൺ 10-11 തീയതികളിലായിട്ടാണ് എക്സാം നടക്കുന്നത്. എല്ലാവരും നന്നായി പഠിക്കുക. എല്ലാവർക്കും ഹോൾ ടിക്കറ്റ് കിട്ടിക്കാണും. ബാക്കി 50 ചോദ്യങ്ങളുമായി നമുക്ക് അടുത്ത വീഡിയോയിൽ കാണാം. താങ്ക്